Oh, starting off strong with Popeye's tea as well. I think it's a premier green tea. So we're already doing good at this time. Yeah, and today I just kind of want to get right into it. And I've been thinking a lot about reality and our what we say is reality. And I guess for this video I kind of want to define it for myself. Right. So I think humans experience a specific reality, and then other animals experience different realities. Right. So, for example, we have our senses to perceive the world, and that's how we perceive our reality. Um, a perfect example of an animal is bats. Bats are completely different from us because they have a different way of perceiving the world around them from echolocation, right? So their reality is completely different from our reality. And that's going to be for every single animal, right? So let's just see a giraffe, right? A giraffe has eyes on the back of its head, and its neck is all the way up there. So its vision is going to have a completely different reality, and it's also its biological makeup is going to influence its reality as well. So it's interesting to think about a reality not as one whole but as different types, uh, let's say different types when we're going through the world. And then also one thing, I don't think that's that controversial, right? Animals have a different reality than we do. What might be controversial, what might be different, is that I think how we experience reality is evidence based. And you're like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So, for example, every morning I wake up and I'm in my bed. I go to sleep in my bed and I wake up in my bed with all of my functions, right? My arms, my legs, my eyes, my hearing. It's all functional. And I've been doing this for the last 27 years. I've went to bed and I woke up and well, there you go. It's still the same reality. And this and it's almost like evidence, right? Every time you wake up, it's another piece of evidence leading you to believe this is the reality you're living in. And it actually kind of convinces you that reality is permanent, which meaning is it's stable, it's consistent, right? Which we know it's, I don't know, we know, but I'd argue it's not, right? Life is always changing. There's always something different about every single day, about every single moment. There's a good quote that says, "You can never, or you can never cross the same river twice. Either the river is different the second time, or you're different the second time." And that's the same with life, right? So it's not a it can be very deceiving to think that your reality is stable. And for example, I'll give you an example. So there was one time where I woke up and my left arm was completely numb. I could not feel it, I could not use it, I could not do any of it. Of course, I slept on it wrong, and I guess the nerve was pinched or something like that, and there was no feeling going to my arm. But when I woke up, that was a break from my reality, right? Because for 27 years, I went to bed with a certain amount of perceptions, my senses and my nervous system, and I've woken up the same. And this is evidence towards that reality I'm living in. Well, that one day when I woke up and I had no ability to use my arm, it was a break from reality. It was evidence to say, hey, your current reality is not true. You're actually don't have an arm, essentially. Our whole left arm is numb. And if someone is in the mindset of thinking that this reality is stable, these perceptions, these these perceptions, these senses are always stable and never changing, then they're gonna freak out like I did. If that happened to me now, I've had it ingrained to me that anything can happen. Right? Anything can happen to me. So if I wake up and my arm is completely numb and I can't feel it, then my first reaction isn't of shock because my reality is broken. I'm going to be of, okay, wow, can't believe my arm is numb, but what's going on? Right? It's a different reality I am placing myself in. So now I have to examine this reality and figure its inner workings and its functions and what's going on, right? And then, of course, you figure out, oh, it's just a nerve. It's going to come back to me. And then, lo and behold, eventually the prickliness of feeling again comes through your arm, and then you have control of it. But that's kind of my theory and definitions of reality, and that it's we like to think as humans that it's permanent, that it's stable. But if you just look at the animal kingdom, or if you just compare us to the animal kingdom, you just compare us to compare what we think our reality is to breaks in reality, then you start to realize that life is a little bit more precarious or a little bit more unstable and unpredictable than we realize. And yeah, so I think that's good. It's wow, this is one of my shortest ones I've done. This is wild, like 7:30. I never have a 7:30 one. I think because today I spoke with Ryan, my narrator, and also I would say coming up YouTuber as well, philosophical YouTuber, and we talked for about 30 minutes, and we talked a little bit more afterwards too. So I think that's where some of my philosophical conversations are going to. My energies, this always energizes me, but some of my more thought-provoking discussions. Whereas I've used the vlogs as kind of my outlet for philosophical discussions. Now I have hopefully weekly discussion with can speak today with Ryan, so that I'm kind of starting to expel my philosophical wonderings and curiosities in that conversation as well. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm still gonna be doing these, and we'll see where it takes me. Other than that, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Oh my God. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.